no C. I know I am back. I'm trying to sort of figure out a way to film. I don't have any of my makeup vanity furniture yet, so it is in the process of getting delivered. I recently moved, which I will cover in the Get Ready With Me, because I kind of did a little update as we went along throughout the tutorial, and I had one of my dogs wanted to say hi, so she came on camera as well. But I wanted to do something very soft, very easy, kind of glowy and dewy, and just light. Easy on the eye. I did a new sort of metallic lip thing because I normally don't do this type of finish, so I've been getting into it and I'm using a few new products. I do have quite a bit of new things that I will be incorporating in future videos, so stay tuned for that. And I wanted to just do something kind of light and summery. I am wearing a very pretty sort of floral pattern shirt that I got from Target, and I thought, why not do something just easy and soft on the eye? So we did a little smudged out kind of smoky liner, little metallic lip, super glowy dewy with some Bobbi Brown products. So yeah, that's it. I hope that you guys will enjoy it. If you want to see how to do the full face, then stay tuned and I'll show you exactly how I did it. Alright, so I'm not really sure exactly what I'm going to be doing with this video. I obviously need to do my makeup, so we're going to do that together. Fun. And I also did pick up a few new things since I posted my last haul, right? What's new? I'm always shopping. I'm always buying makeup. Can't help myself. So I figured, why don't we just kind of casually get ready and do my makeup with you guys and kind of update you guys on what's been happening, because I have been kind of MIA for a little over a week now and I'm ready to be back. Alright, so before we get into the makeup, I just want to kind of do a little disclaimer. The lighting is probably not the best right now. I'm trying to figure out my lighting. I'm actually currently sitting on the floor because I don't have any desks or furniture to put my setup. So we're just going to do like a makeshift little vanity. Got my lighted mirror on top of a stool. So just putting that out there, just bear with me, it's gonna get better. We're gonna figure this out. So going on to the face products, I picked up this airbrush blurring foundation brush from It Cosmetics. It's the It Cosmetics brushes for Ulta. It's like a travel size brush. It comes in like a little clear tube like this. You can find it in the travel section where they have all of these little travel size products right when you're waiting in line. The no-no section, because that's where I get caught up buying a bunch of stuff. So I picked this up and it's actually really soft. I've used this before. And what I'm going to do is apply my primer, and this is the Becca Ever Matte Poreless Primer. I've been using this lately because it is quite hot, so I just kind of put a little bit on there. That's actually quite a bit. Might have put too much. So what I'm going to do is just kind of buff this into my face and put quite a bit of it where I get oily, which is right in this area here, a little bit on my cheeks. Not so much in my T-zone, which is kind of weird because that's primary area for oiliness, but I'm just going to kind of run it over my nose. Next, I'm going to go in with some foundation. I'm going to use the Naked Skin foundation from Urban Decay. This is the weightless one. I use the shade 3.25, which is their neutral shades. They have neutrals, they have cool tones, and also warm tones. So this is a foundation that I like to use pretty much day to day. If I'm not using my Super CC from Physicians Formula, I still love this and still use it pretty much every single day. But today I want to do something a little different, so I'm going to do some foundation, give it a good shake. And my pump is quite disgusting. Like, this is just so dirty. I don't think you can even tell, but it's pretty disgusting. And I'm just going to go straight into pumping it right onto my brush. And I usually do one full pump is what I use because I like light coverage. I like everything to look nice and smooth and even, but just sort of light feeling on the face. I don't like to feel a ton of product. So that's pretty much as I'm going to use today. I'm going to concentrate most of it in the center of my face, blending out towards my ear and down my jawline. And so far I'm really liking this brush. I'm not really familiar with the It Cosmetics brushes. I've tried some of their makeup products and I do really like them. But their brushes, they're kind of pricey, but I'm thinking that they might actually be worth the cost because this actually feels really nice for being a small brush. So, and I use this for everything, for my foundation, for my CC cream. I use it for bronzer, contouring. I mean, it's a multitasking type brush, which I think is great. So just because it says a blurring foundation brush, I don't feel like that's the only thing you can use it for. And if you hear any sort of noises, I have both of my dogs in here to keep them quiet because Daddy and Baby are working on putting together the new grill. So if they bark, I do apologize. Okay, so that is just one pump. It just sort of evens everything out. You may still see some imperfections, like I have a little blemish here, one here that's sort of still healing. I'm not really big onto covering it. I really don't care because, like I said, I like everything to be light. It is very hot here where I am living now. I did move, and I am now living in Tennessee, so bye-bye, Georgia. And if you follow me on Snapchat, you probably already know this information. In fact, you do already know. And I've shared, you know, bits and pieces of my new house on Snapchat as well. So tune in there. It'll be listed down in the description box. For concealer, I'm going to use a couple different things. I left my concealer downstairs in the kitchen because that's where I've been doing my makeup. But I'm going to mix the Instant Age Rewind Eraser Dark Circle Treatment in the Brightening shade. I feel like I got a hair tickling me here. I'm going to mix this one with the Urban Decay Weightless Coverage Concealer. I got the shade Medium Light and Neutral, which is actually really perfect for me right now because I did get some sun. We've been spending some time at the pool, so that works. But it's a really good concealer. This is like my favorite from the high-end side. So just do a little dab here. And then I take my Urban Decay. I like to wipe off one side of the doe foot because this actually applies quite a bit. Such a good concealer. I'm actually thinking about getting some of the lighter shades to kind of highlight with it. Now I'm going to blend everything in with the new Beauty Blender, the blusher. And I like to take whatever's left around my nostrils because that's where I have a little bit of redness still. And just kind of soften everything out. Alright, so to set everything very lightly, I use the Bye Bye Pores Translucent Powder. This is from It Cosmetics. It looks like this. And I've actually been enjoying this quite a bit. So what I've been doing is just kind of putting a little bit extra around my oiliness, especially, or oily areas, especially now that it's very hot out here. So I just take a little bit from the actual sponge. So I just kind of put the little applicator that comes with it, kind of tip it over, and then just kind of press it right into this area here. I know it looks kind of crazy. Just kind of press it wherever I get oily and just kind of push that into the skin. And this helps keep everything in place if you're living in a very hot place or if you've been getting kind of oily now that it's summertime. I know it looks crazy with little dots, but we'll fix it. And then I like to take a Real Techniques, the multitask brush. This is the one that's in my travel brush kit that I brought with me. All of my travel brushes are here in this little, this is the Mikasa Beauty little brush holder. But I do have some other brushes because I did pack my makeup. I took that in the trailer because I was not messing around. So now that everything is sort of set, just lightly under the eye area. Ooh, there's like a little piece of lint. Now we can go on to bronzer. I picked up this little mini Hoola bronzer from Benefit. It's been a while since I've actually used it. I had the full size, but I threw it away because I had it for, I don't know, almost 6 years, and I thought, okay, I think it's time to get rid of this. And I didn't want to buy a full size because I couldn't even put a dent in the full size one, so I got the mini. These were, I think, 15 bucks at Ulta, really inexpensive, and you get quite a bit, so if you want to try it out, they do have mini versions of it. And it's a very nice sort of kind of neutrally type color. It's not too warm, it's not too cool, so you could bronze and contour with it, which it's what I'm going to do with it today. So I'm just going to take the same brush and kind of load it up. And this brush actually fits quite nice in this little tiny box. It does come with a brush, by the way, if you're wondering or if you're interested. Tapping off the excess on a paper towel, then I'm just going to kind of contour and bronze at the same time. That's what I like to do. Keep everything pretty quick. I forgot how good this color is, or this product from Benefit. So now my face officially matches the rest of my body because I got some color. Mama got some color and I'm proud of this. Alright, so now for brows, I'm going to do them off camera because it takes me forever in a day to do my brows. So what I've been doing pretty much every single day is just using the tinted mascara, the brow mascara from NYX. This is in the shade Brunette. This is my second tube of this. This is really good stuff. Been doing that, and then just if I need to hit up like a little bald spot or anything that I haven't applied the tinted brow gel or tinted brow mascara, then I will go in with the NYX Brow Micro Brow Pencil, which is a dupe for the Anastasia Brow Wiz. And I use the shade Auburn, right? No, I lied. Ash Brown. Can't even get it right. Ash Brown. And so I just do this pretty easily day to day, even when I'm not doing a full face of makeup. I think it's really important to not neglect the brows, especially when you can see my brows, they need some work. At least I've been able to plug them. Hey, they're kind of somewhat decently groomed. So I'm just going to do this. Probably going to skip over this because, like I said, this does take me just a little bit of time to do, and I just want to kind of save some time. Alright, so I'm just going to roll with the brows like that. This one has been giving me some problems. I need to tell that brow who's boss and put it in check because it's been giving me problems, and I think I should just probably go back to my everyday routine of brows, which is like the pencil, the brow powder. But I just feel like that's just too much work right now because it's too hot and I can't even be bothered with it. So we're just going to roll with it. Now for blush, I only have one that is unpacked at the moment, and that's my LORAC one. This is the one that I traveled with. I don't think I have anything else. Oh, actually, I do have this little guy here. This is the Makeup Forever Pro Sculpting Palette. I do use this blush. Love that color. But I'm just going to go with the powder. This is the LORAC Blush and Tinge. I mean, you probably already guessed it because I can't stop wearing this. This is like perfect for, it doesn't matter what look I can do. Obviously, I haven't done my eyes yet, and I'm already going into my blush because this is just so, so good. Such a pretty color, and if you're fair like me, this is definitely something you want to look into. If you're like medium, tan, or darker skin tones, this is not going to show up, but they do have a beautiful range of colors, and I would say most of them are matte finish, which I can appreciate because then you can kind of put that sheen and shimmer where you want it, which is what I like, versus something that's too glowy to begin with. It's kind of like you look very kind of highlighted and dewy, which there's nothing wrong with that. If that's the look that you like, then go for it. But I personally prefer my blushes to be matte, and that just gives me a really pretty kind of flush to my skin without looking crazy. And I use a Sephora Pro Airbrush Blush number 54 brush to apply it. It's a really good quality brush. And like I said, I can do this with my eyes closed because it's just too easy. Now for highlighting, I'm super excited because I picked up my very first Bobbi Brown highlighting product. I've never tried any of the highlighting stuff. I'm trying to think back all the years that I've been wearing makeup. I don't think so. I have been wanting to try some of the shimmer bricks, but then I thought, okay, some of the colors look very similar to the things that I already own. They're really, really, really dewy, where it looks kind of wet. So I thought, okay, you know, that's not something that I do every day. Am I going to get a lot of use out of it? And finally, I just thought, I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to give one of these highlighting products a try. And this is the highlighting powder in Pink Glow. So it's just beautiful because it has kind of like a pearlescent kind of ivory white color, and then it has a pretty kind of pinky rose gold. So when you swirl them together, you get like a subtle kind of pinky glow. But you can also kind of put your brush where there's more white, that kind of ivory pearl color, or you can kind of come around this side where it's a little bit more kind of rosy and pinky. So you can mix it. So you basically can get a variation of different looks with this. I've used it on my eyes. I've used it, you know, just my normal highlighting, and I love it. It is such good quality. It is expensive as you know what, and I'm hoping that this is going to last. I mean, I think it should. And I use the Morphe M501 every day to highlight. It's my favorite brush. So what I do is I just kind of go to town with it. And this will give you a very kind of dewy, very sort of wet look. So I just kind of tap off the excess and kind of highlight. And I have been bringing it kind of a little further down than usual, which is something new for me. And I'm going to hit the tops of my brow bone as well. But do you see that? Well, hello, cheekbones. Yes. See? That's that dewiness that I'm talking about. I love it. So, so good. And I have gone a little crazy ham with this, so I'm just warning you that these are no freaking joke. And then I'm going to take a little bit more down my nose. And I'm going to hit my Cupid's bow because I want to look light, fresh, and dewy today and just go easy with everything else. Look at that. Do you see that? Hi. Now, if you feel like you've gone a little overboard, you can just kind of take a clean brush and kind of sweep it away. I'm going to take some of this off because this is a little bit crazy there. That might look a little bit better. I don't know if that's going to look any better than what it was. But this is the Makeup Geek angled stippling brush, which I like for cream products. But it's also good if you need to kind of clean up your contour, clean up any mistakes. I use this little guy right here. And man, my nose is like on fleek. Look at this. Alright, so what I've done is applied some primer. This is the Tarte Colored Clay CC Primer. Just kind of scribbled that all over my lids. And blended that in with my little same concealer beauty blender. This is the Blusher Beauty Blender. And then I put a little bit of translucent powder because this primer is quite sticky and kind of tacky. So I just like to set it so that nothing sort of clings in the wrong areas. So what I've done is I've also dug out from my makeup box 2 of the LORAC Pro palettes. The original and then the second Pro palette. So I'm going to kind of, I don't know, I'm feeling kind of inspired. Let me show you my shirt really quickly. It's got like flowers. It's really cute. I got it from Target. And so I thought, let's do something kind of soft and a little bit of kind of a smoky liner. Very easy. You guys know me. I'm seriously like no fuss type person when it comes to makeup. So I'm going to take the Sigma E25 blending brush, which is one of my favorite brushes. And I'm going to apply a little bit of this color called Buff. It is a matte kind of buttercream yellow color. I chose this color because it's more close to my skin color, and I'm going to kind of lightly go over my primer. So if you're darker than me, just use something that matches your skin color. Now I think I'm going to do my brow highlight next. So I'm going to take a pencil brush and go in with a color called Beige, and this is just a soft kind of light beige with a little bit of shimmer, and go under my brow. So like I said before, this is going to be very casual, so I'm going to kind of update you guys. Like I said before, I did move to Tennessee for my husband's job, something new for him. So we're here and really liking it so far. It's a lot of country in the area that we live in. From my house, I can see like this big old like cornfield. Some of the houses that we looked at, and I talked about this on Snapchat too, when I came down here at the beginning of May to look at houses, that was very unsuccessful. I couldn't find anything that really fit our needs, and the pictures that I saw online of houses, I thought, okay, this is my style, this is what we like, this is what we need. But when we went into them, they were completely dirty, walls were just scraped and banged up, like they weren't taking care of the house. So I thought, okay, this is not happening. And that happened quite a bit for us, so we were a little disappointed that that's what we were getting available like to us on the market. So we thought, okay, this can't be right. So we came here after all of our furniture was packed up by the moving company, and we decided to look around. We found this house that we have now, which is pretty perfect for us, minus the snakes. Yes, we have snakes in the backyard, and I'm not happy about that. So my husband's gonna, I guess, get some sulfur. So if any of you guys know how to keep like snakes away, the only ones that we've seen are like little garden snakes, but still it's a snake. So if you know of any things that I can do to kind of keep them away, because I have little dogs, I have my son who's 3, and we would like to take advantage of the backyard because it is huge. We have this whole lot of land. It's crazy how big this grass area is in front of the house, and in the back the lawn is ridiculous. So if you got any tips, let me know in the comments. Alright, so now for some crease work. I want to go very light, so I'm going to go in with the shade called Taupe. This is from the original Pro palette, the one that's got the black packaging. So the shade called Taupe, it is a matte, very light. I would say this is more of like a very light tan. I wouldn't consider that a taupe shade. For me, taupe has more gray in it, but it's what it's called, so we're just going to go with it. And I'm going to apply that with a Morphe MB23 brush. So it's very fluffy, very soft. One of my favorites as well for crease work. Just lightly kind of define this, not anything crazy. So anyway, so we found this house, and our furniture was supposed to be delivered at the beginning of June. and they said about another 2 weeks. So we thought, oh, this is just not right, because we've been in the hotel since Memorial Day, in and out of hotels, while we're traveling, while we were still in Georgia, finalizing the final walkthrough in our old house, turning in my keys, because we rent houses. I don't buy. I have a house that I own with my husband in Texas, and we actually have a really lovely family living in it right now. But we don't want to keep buying because we move very often, so buying is just out of the question. So yeah, we've been in hotels, and I'm so glad to be here. Although I have this big old house, it's very empty right now. It's coming together, you guys. They're gonna bring my furniture, and we're gonna get my beauty room set up again. So, you know, filming and upload will go back to its normal schedule that I have once everything is good to go. So I'm just gonna kind of work this back and forth, just kind of blending the heck out of this, just to make sure there aren't any harsh lines, because I'm not going to do any more kind of crease colors that I know of at the moment. But we'll see. I may change my mind here in a little bit. So I'm going to go in with some eyeliner. The only one that I have besides the ColourPop ones is the Ardency, the Modster, in the shade Black. So that's what, whoa, that's what we're going to go with. So I'm going to do some, and my foot fell asleep. The joys of filming while sitting on the floor. Yay! So I'm just going to take a little bit of this eyeliner and kind of follow my lash line and just do a thin line. It doesn't have to be perfect because this looks like a hot mess right now. And I'm going to take a pencil brush. This is just one from a Sonia Kashuk set. And I'm going to start softening this out before it sets. You can even go in with your finger and just lightly blend it out so it's kind of soft and smoky, so there isn't like an actual defined line. And the thing with these liners, the Ardency ones, is that once you apply it, you have to work quickly. I got a lash. Because if you don't, they will set and they will not move. And I feel like this one already is quite set, which kind of stinks. But it's actually good for summertime if you have issues with it transferring, running, or kind of coming up here. I never have an issue with that with these ones, the Ardency, and I'll have everything listed for you down below, so don't worry. Alright, so now I'm going to take some eyeshadow, and I think I'm going to do, let's see, I think I'm going to go in with Espresso, which is a really dark brown, again from the original Pro palette. And it's just a dark, kind of deep chocolate brown, so you don't have to have this palette just for that color. And then I'm just going to kind of go right over the liner. And just kind of softly smoke this out. And then to kind of continue smoking this out, I'm going to take the Makeup Geek, the Outer V brush, which is very stiff, kind of like an oversized pencil brush. It's not as thin as a pencil brush, but it's very stiff, so it works for blending out shadows or liner because it has that sort of stiffness to it, which you need. What do you want, girl? What's the matter, Sammy? What do you want, little girl? Oops. You want to say hi to the camera? Do you want to say hi to the camera? Huh? Say hi. This is Sydney. Hi, girl. Oh, you gave me a kiss. You gave me a kiss. Thank you. She recently got groomed. I had them shave her down for the summertime, and they took her way too short around the face. I wanted it more of like a round teddy bear type face, but she was actually not cooperating with them. So unfortunately, come on, Prada. Unfortunately, it's a little shorter than I wanted, but it's okay, right? Because I still love you. You're still a little girl. You're still mom's little girl. The window's open, so she's like freaking out because she can hear people outside. And she can hear my husband and my son because they have the garage open. So she hears their voices and she goes, crazy. Crazy. Alright, so we've got some smokiness going on. I think what I want to do, I don't know, I was thinking to add, no, don't lick my makeup brushes, girl. Get. Get, girl. So So what I was thinking is taking just a little bit of Nectar, which is this peachy color here, and just running just a little bit of that through the crease. So let's just do it. And I'm using a Morphe M441 to apply that just lightly into the, oh yes, okay, good decision. Okay, and these LORAC shadows blend out so easily, and I did see that they're coming out with another one. I see you, LORAC. And yes, I'm gonna get that, so if you guys want to see looks at that, you know it's coming. I got you. So just a little bit of peachiness. I've been incorporating more peach into my eyeshadow looks, and I've enjoyed it quite a bit, which now I'm like, I want everything peach. Okay, so this is just a little bit extra, and I'm gonna soften everything out with the same Morphe MB23 brush that I'm just going to first wipe down, which I did on a paper towel, so I don't actually get any more color. Let's go over that liner just a little bit with the Kat Von D tattoo liner, and my other foot is not falling asleep. What? Ah! Oh, so the tattoo liner in Trooper by Kat Von D. This is like, I think, the only liquid liquid liner that I brought with me. So with this, I'm going to take just a little bit of it and just trace right at the very edge of my lash line, at the root of my lash, to make them look a little bit thicker. Alright, so for some mascara, this is going to complete the look. I actually am going to leave the lower lash line just bare because I don't really feel like putting anything on there. So I'm going to go straight in with mascara. Now I picked up the Tightline Full Lash Length 3-in-1 Eyeliner, Primer, and Mascara from It Cosmetics. I used to use this a couple years ago, and I've actually totally forgotten about it, and it is very good. It's a small, tiny, tiny little brush. So this is perfect for the lower lash line. This is great to use on its own. Just do one coat prior to mascara. You can do 2 coats of this and be done and not have to apply mascara because it is black. It's not like those white primers that you can actually still see, and you have to coat your lashes quite a bit to cover that up. So this is actually a really, really good product, and with this tiny little brush, you will see more lashes than you thought were there. Like I put this on, I'm like, oh my gosh, my lower lashes are longer than I actually thought they were. And you know, I have quite a bit of lashes, and I have long lashes, and yes, I curled them today, but normally I don't have to do that, and this makes my lashes look so incredibly long and thick. I love it. I highly recommend that you try the Tightline by It Cosmetics. So what I'm going to do is start with 1 coat. And the whole idea behind the tight lining aspect is that if you press this up against the root of your lash, it will actually put some formula there to make it look like you have liner. So it helps give you that thick lash look. So I'm going to go in with a coat of this Tarte one. Just like a thin amount, because I don't want to get my lashes too clumpy. And I'm going to use also that Tightline for the lower lashes. This is like the best for the lower lash line. Alright, for the lips, I'm going to use the Wet n Wild Metallic Liquid Lipstick. So this one that I'm going to use today is the Peony Express, which is a metallic pink color. And the reason why I got these was because I wanted to try the whole metallic lip. It seems to be a big deal right now. So what I like to do is kind of wipe some of that off because it's quite a bit. And I just do a very thin layer of this because this is very frosty. And it isn't like super drying. It's not super hydrating either. It's kind of in the middle. And I just think when you work with these types of finishes, like metallic finishes, just thin amounts. The same thing goes with when you're doing long wear lipsticks. Thin layers really is the best way to go. I like this look. I hope that you guys like this. Kind of a more casual, get ready with me, just hanging out with my dogs and kind of catching up. And I did miss you guys, and I hope that you guys had a fabulous Memorial Day weekend. I know I didn't get a chance to wish you guys a happy Memorial Day, so I hope you guys had a good one. I was, you know, kind of moving and stuff, but it's all good. It's kind of almost coming to an end, and I'm just glad to be able to get internet now here and start filming for you guys and get back on my schedule. Thank you guys for tuning in for this video, spending some time with me. I hope you guys like the look as much as I did, because I like it. I think it's fun. It's just light, very dewy, kind of summery, and it's perfect for really anywhere, anytime, any day. So thank you guys for joining me. If you want to tune in off camera, I do have Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. It's in the description box per the usual, as well as the list of everything that I used for this tutorial. And I will see you hopefully very, very soon. Bye-bye, guys.